You are going to love this DIY, and it's so easy to achieve all with just painting. Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, this is my current kitchen, all white, and I've just wanted to change the look and make it look, that kind of looks or modern, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I took the wood in the corner there off because that was attached to like close the cabinet off, but then I wanted to create a space there and use that space there for another shelf of my own. So I'm using this black emulsion matte paint from Dunelm, yeah, and then I'm putting in my PVA. A lot of people ask me questions when I posted this video on TikTok that why did you put in PVA? Okay, so I've used PVA in one of my paints before, and when it dried off, I realized when there is a stain or something on it, you're able to wipe it off nicely and it doesn't like clean off the paint. So that is my idea of putting it in this one, because as you know, kitchen backsplash always have like oils and dirt and stuff. So yes, that is why I put that in there. And so just me starting my painting, I'm starting from the right side to just go to the other end. So first of all, I'm doing the whole bottom of the, there is upper and then the bottom, if you know what I mean, where I can stand on the unit. So I don't have like ladder or anything there, so I'm just going to manage. I'll be climbing up and down. I just have to be very careful because the surface is a bit smooth and I'm wearing socks and all that. If I'm not careful, I can slip and fall anyway, so I'm being really careful with this. And one thing I did not do also is put tape around the edges because I realized the edges have this kind of silicone and things, so there is no point putting tape. I tried it to like prevent paint splashes, but it was so difficult. So what I'm using now is one of those carpet smooth out, those plastic, to like cut the edge of it and then put the brush and the paint at the end. If you see what I'm holding there, yeah, that's what I used to cut the end, and it will be kind of very smooth and nice. So don't worry, just trust the process. By the time you realize it's all finished, and you'll see what I mean. Anyway, so just painting this other side. I just want to cover like the bottoms of the backsplash, or before I go up to the top. Yep, the tricky part of this whole painting for me was going up there. Up there is so very tricky. It's very tiny when you stand up, because you are very tall, and then that is designed like up to a certain level, so you can't stand up. You have to like squish yourself into it. Anyway, so just doing the other side. And one problem I also had is there is a tile on the surface of the working surface, the black surface, and then the sides, there is a silicone to seal them, so the paint did not stick to some of them, if you know what I mean. There's a matte paint and then you can see silicone. How can that work? Anyway, so I think with this PVA that I mixed into the paint, it helped a little bit to cover most of the silicone off, because I just wanted to cover all the like surfaces to be black and all that. I know it's weird using black in the kitchen but just trust the process and wait for it anyway. So I'm just cleaning all the excess paint that's at the side. I'm just going to use my freehand. As I said, I'm not using any tape, but it all came out really nice and neat because I did it really well properly. I'm not a professional painter, but then, well, I've been painting for a long time now, so now I know what I'm doing when I'm painting, girls. I know whatever I'm doing. So just trust it anyway. So just painting around the switch, like sockets and all that, and just get it all covered, man. But just be careful, as I said, so that you don't spill the paint all over, because there are some faces that you don't want the paint to cover, which are white, like the bottom of the units and all that. You don't want the paint to go around because it's black. It's difficult to clean. I know it went through some of the places that I didn't want, but then I struggled to clean it, so I learned from it. So I'm just being gentle with this. So now I'm almost finished with that. I'm going to go up. This is what I mean by it's very tricky. So I don't have a ladder, as I said, so I'm just going to climb on the surface of the work units. As I said, it's very smooth, so I have to be very gentle with that. As you're standing, it's really smooth. I don't know what kind of, it's marble or something they use for it. It's very smooth. Yeah, so I'm just kind of painting the top of it, the edges. Make sure the paint is properly covered and no spaces left, because when I realized I finished painting the bottom, there are some of the places that are still left for me to come and cover up with white paint. You can see some little spots or dots. Anyway, so this is just for me to like let the first coat dry, and then I'll use the brush to go around all the spots that are left to cover them all nicely. I just love the way the kitchen is already looking. It's like, what? It's making it look like a professional kitchen, and if you know what I mean, it makes all the units stand out, everything looking like really cool. Yeah, so that is the point of me painting the kitchen, making it like look different, giving it a different look, luxury look. Yeah, and all the like microwave and things that are on top of the unit makes it all stand out, and I love how it is looking. Anyway, this is the part I took the wood off. Now you can see what I mean by there is a space there. Yeah, there is a wall there and a space, so I'm going to create some bit of my own shelf, my own DIY shelf. I'm going to put there, so I may end up painting the other side of the wall that is left. I don't know yet. Maybe I may end up painting that when I finish this whole thing and I put the shelf on before I realize if it needs painting or not. So I'm not going to do that one yet. And so just covering the almost top of the vents side. It's also tricky around there because it's very small space, as I said, and you have to be very gentle when you're painting and doing all these things. You don't put the paint on the vents and all the units and stuff there. Very gentle around the top. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing, just covering all off and kind of looking all good now. I think I finished covering with the whole black paint, and so where I took the wood off, you can see there is some kind of holes and things on the wall cover, so I just use white paint to cover it, and this is how it is looking now that I've finished the whole painting. I've not taken some of the tips off yet, so just show you how it looks, but I've not finished yet. Just wait for it. I'm now going to put lights in it. This is the part that I love. It makes the whole thing look so good and stand out. Girl, I just love the way the kitchen is looking. Like, who will paint their kitchen black? I did, and I love the way it looks. Anyway, so this is the light I'm going to use for the kitchen. I bought this from Shein. It's about 6 pieces for about £9. Until it was £12, and I got it off with my points and all that. Anyway, so it's very cheap, and I'm putting battery in. They operate by battery. They have a controller, so you can choose to on it by your hand. If you don't have the controller, that's how it looks, and you can choose to use the remote or it. So it all have about 3 batteries in them, and so if it goes off, you just maybe take it off and rechange it. And it has a sticker where you can take that thing off and then stick it underneath the unit or wherever you want to put it at. You can even put it at the bottom of the unit, and it looks so good. Anyway, so just me trying out the light, how they look. You can see it's giving the kitchen a new style. Whose kitchen is this? Anyway, so that is me, almost done, finished, and just showing off my kitchen to you. Look at that, girls. I love how it looks. Even the toaster and the kettle, everything stand out. You know what I mean? It's like it makes them glow. So here is the end of my kitchen renovation, or my kitchen makeover. And this is just under £10 actually. I did not spend any money because the paint was free, and I use it, like, the paint is old one that I used before, so I did not buy it. Everything is just cheap. The only thing I bought is the lights. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and look out for the next video coming.